Close your eyes for a moment. Forget the noise of the world outside, the rush of the streets, and the weight of your own worries, for the faint sound of the wind through the olive trees. I am sitting right here beside you. You don't need to be perfect to be in my presence. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to be here. Today, I want to tell you a story. Not just a story from a book, but the story of how you were never truly alone, even when the shadows felt the longest. Do you remember the night the storm hit the Sea of Galilee? My disciples were terrified. They were seasoned fishermen, men who knew the temper of the water better than the lines on their own hands. But that night, the wind howled like a wounded beast, and the waves rose high enough to swallow the moon. They were fighting for their lives, bailing water, screaming into the gale. And where was I? I was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. They shook me awake, their faces pale with terror, shouting, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" I looked at them, not with anger, but with a quiet, steady peace. I stood up, looked the storm in the eye, and whispered to the chaos, "Peace, be still." That is the beginning of everything, my child. The world will always have storms. The waves of life will rise, and the wind will howl, and you will feel as though your small boat is about to shatter. You will scream out just as they did, wondering why I seem silent, wondering if I have forgotten you in the middle of your mess. But what if the storm wasn't there to destroy you? What if it was there to show you who I am? When I stilled that sea, it wasn't just to save their physical lives. It was to show them that no matter how loud the world gets, my voice is louder. Now, walk with me to the dusty paths of Jericho. Picture a man named Zacchaeus. He was a tax collector, a man everyone hated. They called him a traitor, a thief, someone beneath the grace of God. He was short, overshadowed by the very crowds that despised him. He wanted to see me, but he couldn't reach over the wall of prejudice and tall men. So he climbed a sycamore tree. He was desperate. He was looking for something he couldn't name. And as I walked under that tree, I didn't look at his sins. I didn't look at his money. I looked up and saw his heart. I stopped and I called him by his name. Why do I tell you this? Because I know what it's like to feel invisible. I know what it's like to have people define you by your mistakes, your history, or your flaws. You might feel like you are standing on the outside, looking in, waiting for someone to notice you. I am telling you today, I see you. I see you in the branches of your own struggles, and I am calling you down from that tree to sit at your table. It doesn't matter what the world says about you. It matters what I say to you. Let us move to the darkness of the tomb. Lazarus, my friend, was dead. 4 days he had been in the cold earth. His sisters, Martha and Mary, were broken. Their grief was sharp, absolute, and final. They told me, if you had been here, he wouldn't have died. That is a sentence I hear so often from your heart, isn't it? If you had been here, this relationship wouldn't have broken. If you had been here, I wouldn't have lost my job. If you had been here, my life would be different. But I wept with them. I felt their pain as if it were my own. I went to that cave and I commanded the stone to be rolled away. Imagine the smell of death, the silence, the doubt in the eyes of those watching. And then I spoke a command that shattered the finality of death. Lazarus, come out. And he walked out, still bound in his grave clothes. You are holding on to grave clothes, aren't you? Old habits, old regrets, old labels that people have placed on your soul. You are walking around in the dark, trying to hide your own brokenness. but I am standing at your tomb,